What is up, guys? Uh, I forgot to do a trade recap on Thursday, so I'm going to be doing a double trade recap. Unfortunately, both losses, but the Friday one was like Loki A plus, like, and then the Thursday one, I really liked it. I had conviction for it, but I don't know. I didn't see a lot of people taking it, so maybe it wasn't the best. And there's a couple reasons why I think it could have failed. But I'm not mad at either of the losses, really. Um, some tough conditions with all the war news, but um, just got to be careful about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So on Thursday, I was I was pretty neutral. I was just waiting to see what we had hit. We had this 15-minute intermediate low below, and then or 30-minute intermediate low. And then I was looking at this, which was a 5-minute intermediate high, which looking back on it, maybe is a bit sketchy. Like 5 minute isn't really a high time frame at all. But we also had this, I think it was a 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute intermediate high. So maybe it was a smart idea to wait for this to get hit, but it is what it is. So at market open, we wake up, hit that. And what I liked about this here was we retested the wick because we had this massive wick, and sometimes it's nice to see the wick get retested. I don't know if this was CE. I think it was. It's hard to tell. No, it wasn't. But either way, with a wick that big, sometimes I like to see that. But then we get the 1 minute inversion here. Tons of displacement. And I think I have my stop here. And then I'm just targeting this 30-minute intermediate low. And we end up getting super close to break even. And then we get stopped out here. So maybe this was a break even spot. Maybe it should have been. But I wanted to wait until we hit this to go break even. But we were already at 0.78 RR. So maybe that's a spot to go break even. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of the trade. And then there's a re-entry, which I don't take because I'm only on one trade a week, or a week, one trade a day. So I think it was this 2 minute here, which ends up playing out. So I'm at least happy that the draw was correct. That it seems like it was more of a stop punt situation. But honestly, still kind of weird taking it off of a 5 minute key level. So maybe that's just something to keep in mind in the future. And then there's also this continuation here. But considering the fact that we were already in the 30-minute gap, then it's kind of weird to take, although we still have all this liquidity. So I guess it's not a bad trade. And then let's see. So then for Friday's trade, this one, I'm like shocked that it didn't play out. Like everything was perfect on this one. But so high time frame, we are very bullish. Delivering from this 4 hour gap. We did have this 4 hour gap, but 200 points away, so that wasn't really a key level I was looking at. And then we have all these stacked highs up here to target. And what was I going to say? We have this 15-minute gap here with relatively equal lows here. So I like this as a key level. And then we have this swing high, that other, like, I don't know what it was, daily high or 4 hour high, and some other stacked highs here. And we also, this is data highs too, so great draw on liquidity. And this pre-market accumulation. So we open up actually, so that's pretty interesting, but we take out nothing. So we're really just adding to the liquidity. And like we're just generating some LR, which is like basically exactly what I wanted to see. And we wick it perfectly. And then we get a nice 1 minute inversion. And this is where I enter. But look at this delivery. It's just horrible. Maybe after seeing all this chop, maybe it would have been good to just go break even. But honestly, like with the way we were just generating this LR here, I was like shocked that we didn't go and just run at all these highs. But yeah, we end up getting stopped here. And then I think there was an entry. I think it was here, this 5 minute here, which I didn't take. Again, I'm on one trade a day, but I kind of forward tested it and it ended up playing out. But just super slow, terrible delivery. Or maybe it didn't play out. I didn't even pay a ton of attention. Okay, so it did play out. But yeah, honestly, I would not have wanted to be in the trade for an hour and 20 minutes. Now, here's the one thing about this trade that I did notice is if you look on MNQ, like I look, you have never seen this. There was an SMT that swept out data highs on MNQ, but not on NQ, which is weird because it's like 20 points difference. So I don't know. I've never seen that, but that's kind of an interesting thing. Maybe that's why I failed. Also, just like tons of chop. But yeah, I don't know. That's something that was really weird. But yeah, I just didn't notice it. So, but yeah, those are the two trades I took. About 500 on each, so probably down 1,000. So not too bad. And yeah, that'll probably do it for today. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.